Good morning and welcome to another vlog. What are we doing? Where are we? And how are we doing it? Well, today is a different day. It's not really a vlogging day. Today is going to be a sporadic vlog. As you can see, we're in the bus and we're at this lovely location. I've never been here before. We're at Lumsdale Falls. Never been here before, but apparently this is a cotton mill, did you say? An old cotton mill, and there's waterfalls that go all the way up, lovely cascades and stuff like that. So yeah, why am I here? The reason I'm here is I'm doing a one-to-one workshop. We're meeting Colin. Colin's going to be down here about 8:30. I think it's just gone 8 now. Hopefully he's going to come to this car park and not the top one because I've got no signal. So yeah, I'm doing a one-to-one workshop. Colin does not mind me vlogging, but of course it's a workshop, so you know, I'll be spending my time with Colin, trying to teach and show him all the stuff he wants to learn. And so Denise might do a little bit of video for you just to show you what it is we get up to, but I'm not dissolving. What am I doing this morning? I'm not divulging all the secrets. If you want to find out all the secrets, you'll have to come on one yourself. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this. It's quite good. We spent the night here, so we're nice and chilled out, and yeah, we're gonna have a cup of coffee. Coffee's ready. And yeah, I'll speak to you in a little while when Colin arrives, maybe, just to introduce you. And yeah, then we'll get cracking up these waterfalls and see what we can make of the day.
Hairbrush today.
As you can see, the cap's on, so we're getting ready to go. And Colin's turned up. So I'm going to say hello again. This is Colin. This is the guy that's he wants to learn a little bit of composition.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah. And he's also brought his lovely wife with him, Susan.
Yeah.
And I won't remember that name, as you know, I forget names. So while we get our boots on and get ourselves ready and get the camera out, I'll disappear for a bit and catch up in a little while. Right, we've started making our way up the hill. We've not taken any images yet because I think it's more of a scout this morning, or at least for the first hour or so. We're just going to make our way up. This place is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I've never been here. And
no?
Why on earth have I never been? No, never.
Oh, good.
Colin's been here a few times, so it's interesting to see what he gets this time to what he got last time. He's hopeful. So am I, really. But look at this dunking pool. This is where they dunk the, I think it's the wheels they drop in there to harden them. Hello, puppy. So yeah, we're making our way up. There's waterfalls all the way up, cascades, S's, trees, old buildings. Absolutely amazing. And just walking up and seeing if I can point out why and what I see, and try and explain to Colin how it is I'm seeing it and what I think might make an interesting photograph. And I've already given him a couple of tips that are so simple that I assume people know that he hadn't even thought about before. So we're on a win-win situation there. But yeah, they're going to keep carrying on up to the top, and this just gets better and better. Look at this. What a place. What a place. We just had to make a stop off. Oh yeah, my hat's gone, got warm. What's this all about? There's tons of glass here, an old shoe. I've got a feeling, because this is a conservation area, I think they're taking it out the river. And it looks like some of it's like quite old glass. So that's quite weird. Nottingham. Yeah. Got Nottingham or Nottingham written on it. Yeah. Interesting, eh? There's loads of little artifacts. She's picking bits up here.
That's the inside of the bottle. I can't remember why they used to do that. But they had a knobble, didn't they? In the bottom of the bottle. And I can't remember.
Got a knobble in the bottom of the bottle.
Is that what they called it? A knobble?
It's a knobble. We've got a knobble. Anyway, we're totally distracted to what we were doing. So we've walked right up to the top now. We've come up to, there's a little stream that's running through. We've had a little look up there to see if there's anything going on up there. There's a big pond just through these trees just here, which we're going to go back past. So there's nothing up this end. So it's a really small pathway, really. It's a really small area for the waterfalls and stuff like that. So we're going to head back now and take Colin back down. We've seen a few ideas and a few images that we can take. So it's now going to go back down, set something up and see if we can get some nice shots, eh? Yeah. The light's not popping through. I like this softer light because it takes the harshness out the shadows. But yeah, a little bit of dappled light coming through the trees might just help everything to pop a little bit. So that's the plan. I'm going to head back down that way. I will show you an image, or I'll give the camera to Denise and get her to film me showing Colin how to improve on the composition, maybe, if it's possible, that is. So right, see you in a little while. I've just been chatting about a couple of compositions here. What a stunning little waterfall, isn't it? It's got some lovely, obviously man-made, but it's got some lovely lines to it. And there's also a nice little whirlpool down here, which has caught my eye. So I've just been explaining about setting up a composition. Again, we're going to explain this on camera. This is all about Colin's day, so I'm just going to point out some of the obviouses. So we're going to work on this composition here, which is basically your obvious composition. You walk down, first thing you see, something's caught my eye, let's build on that. And then we're going to work round and we're going to take a couple from back here as well, shooting back up using the tree. So there's a few images in this one area that you can take and are good to go home with. And if you can find something a little bit more unique to us, then we will do. Yeah, let's work on this. Get back over here. I'm just going to take a photograph. Colin's quite happy with me taking a photograph as well. He said, why am I getting my camera out? So I have. I've got my camera out. And it'd be nice to show him how I do it, and after I explained how to find what he's got. Denise is taking over for a minute because she said there's an image down that side, so we're going to shoot down there as well. We've just been told we've got to move because they're closing off this part of the dam. They want to do some cleaning up there, so we've only got about 10 minutes left here. So quickly get a shot down there, show Colin how to set up that composition, and then I'll go and get one as well. But at the moment, let me just explain what I'm doing here. I've got the camera set up quite high, and I'm looking down on the waterfall, trying to get a slightly different eye angle on it. The reason being is I want this waterfall down in the bottom corner. I've got a 6-stop filter in, ND filter, and I've got a polarizer on, taking off the glare, and yeah, it's just a leading line, waterfall on the third, and then this little whirlpool in the bottom. It's giving me about 4 seconds to 6 seconds, depending on F8, F11. So that's the image done there. I'm going to take another one in case the lights change, 2-second timer of course, and then I'm going to get back down there and concentrate on what Colin's doing. We're just playing with filters at the moment. We've got this lovely scene in front of us, massive water. It really is a lovely cascade. And we've taken a couple of images and we're just working on compositions again. And what we're trying to do is balance the movement in the water with the exposure, and just trying to get that perfect movement in the water so you're getting texture and not too smooth. I like the smoothness, and I've taken a few images so I can blend the two together. And just be explaining to Colin that you can take something that's underexposed, something that's overexposed, and just blend them. But Colin's got a couple of mild filters, a couple of coking filters, like 0.2 of a stop, and it's actually gives a really nice photo. So I'm going to pinch this one off him, and I'll show you his one compared to mine, and I actually prefer his. That's not bad, is it? I've got a really posh filter, and he's got coke in there, quite nice actually, but I mean, that just a mild grade, just a 0.2 of a stop is enough to give that perfect little bit of movement.
Yeah.
Quite nice, that.
Yeah, brilliant.
Jealous now.
Thank you.
Jealous now. I'll show you on the back of the screen what we've got. I'll show you this. Pretty good, that, isn't it? Pretty good. Quite like it, that. And he's another Fuji man as well. Another Fuji man. We're taking over, aren't we, Fuji? Never right, is it? But yeah, that's really nice. So we're now going to dip into the bag and see what the magic wife's got in her bag. I'm sure it's time for a biscuit. So we'll see you when we get something else set up a little bit later on. Oh, and by the way, I know people watching this are thinking, you're on a workshop, why are you doing a video? I'm only doing a video because Colin said it's fine to do one, and in between the little lessons and stuff like that, he's quite happy with it. And again, it's showing you guys what's available out there if you really want to come and have a go.
Yep, no problem.
Give us a shout. You never know, you might enjoy yourself. Or get told off, one of the two. If Colin's learned anything today, it's about gardening. Look, I've got him gardening now. Isn't that good? That's what it's all about. Just moving the twig makes all the difference. So that's what he's going to take away from today. Yeah. Let's move things around the photograph. Right, we stopped here. We're going to take a quick shot of this. Look at that. How cool is that? Like I said earlier on, that's where they, I think that's, is that where they dip the wheels, did you say, babe?
Pardon?
Dip the wheels or something to cool them down?
It was to dip the cartwheels.
Yeah, to dip the cart, they dip the cartwheels in there to cool them down, which was obviously make the, for tempering the steel, would do, wouldn't it? Something like that. Yeah, it must be something like that.
It's blacksmith.
Blacksmith, yeah, for tempering it.
Used to fill the metal rims.
Yeah, I'm being clever, babe. Tempering. So that's what we're going to try and do. I'm going to get it in a minute. That's what we're going to use. We're going to use this as a foreground. I'm going to put this building in the background. We stopped here early on and saw this. It just looks brilliant. It just shows what's here. It sort of identifies the area, if you like. So now it's just a case of setting this up, get a composition set up, and yeah. But I think Colin's enjoying himself.
Oh yeah, definite.
Yeah, picking things up.
Oh, more than likely.
Yeah, he's picking stuff up. Little bits at a time. Right, let's get this shot done. What? They're all talking about mist and light. We're just saying this image here is really quite a nice little image. It shows the foundry, it shows where we are, identifies the area. But it's quite a difficult shot to take. We need some light on it really. I've taken a couple anyway and I will show you my image. Colin's had a go. His tripod's not as tall as mine. And I've raved on about this tripod. This is one of those reasons why I've got a big tripod, because it's well above my head height. If I come down here and step down on the step, you can see that it's well above my head height. But by being that high, I can actually look down into this little well, whatever you want to call it. And we have found out this is for cooling down the old cartwheels, so that when they obviously put them in the timber, I would have thought, and then they cool them down, it shrinks and it holds onto the wood. So that's what that's for. So yeah, Colin's had a go. I'm just going to set him up again. What I might do is put his camera on my tripod and let him have a go. What it's like having a big beast. But I don't think his wife's going to let him spend any more money on tripods. No. We're just heading back down to the van. I'm going to go and put a kettle on, go and get a cup of coffee and a sandwich. But we've definitely got to come a bit further back up here. We've just walked all the way down the steps, come back down to the hill. Me and Colin's just set up here. Some lad going past on his bike being crazy. Yeah, we just set up here. We've got this lovely millstone down on the bottom there. And I've managed to get the tripod up high enough and over the top of the fence, as you can see there. A bit precariously balanced, but it's working, it's nice and still on the timer, and just waiting for a little bit of light to appear, and I think we're going to get a little bit now, just to cast some definition up in the top there. I'm just going to hit that shutter button. 2-second timer's on, just got some light over there in the background now, you can see it there. So hopefully that should just pull out those textures in the corners, in the shadows, but I like the deep image in it. And then we've got this nice natural leading line from the pathway that's there. But yeah, what a cracking little old building. I'm going to keep saying it, what a fantastic little site this is. Really, really good. I'm definitely coming back here. So yeah, let's go down and get ourselves a cup of tea and a slice of cake. Not fair, I'm going to stamp my feet. We're at another waterfall. We've had our lunch, we had some sandwiches and a cup of tea. Look at this, we're back up to this one. It's a cracking waterfall, and the light's just changed. We've got some dappled light now, we've got a bit of blue sky coming in between the clouds, and what it's done is it's opened up these shafts of light coming through the waterfall. And the dynamic range is berserk, really berserk. It's so black in the dark areas and so white and burnt out in the highlights. It's really going to be really difficult to balance the image, to get the image to look right. So I've been bracketing, shooting at different exposures, as has Colin, just to try and get all those ranges in the image. But what had happened when the light came down and hit this just now, or about 15 minutes ago, the shafts of light were coming through and it was causing rainbows actually in the water spray. So you're getting these lovely little colours in the bottom of the image. So I quickly threw the other lens on. See, I've got the bigger lens on. To try and get in close to them. So I've taken a couple further apart and further away and some close ones. So I know I've got the colours, but whether I can make them into an image that looks good is another matter. It really is. It really did look good, and you had to be in exactly the right position. Too far to the left and they disappear, too far to the right, too far down and they just disappear. You had to be right where that diffraction of light was catching your eyes or catching the lens. And it was within less than a foot either side and up and down. So yeah, I managed to get that. I've also tried to show Colin a few images over this side, and what I had spotted is this little clump which you can't see on this lens. I think they're about there. There's a little clump of leaves sticking out, and the light's going in. No, it's coming back out again. A little clump of leaves sticking out, and they're sort of quite a burnt yellow colour, yellowy greens, and it looks really good. And I said between that, I've taken an image very similar in the Lake District, and I said this make a good arty-farty sort of image where it's dark in the background, all the rocks are dark and grey looking, and then you've got this lovely little clump of leaves in the foreground. And he took an image, took a horizontal one and a vertical one, or a vertical one and a horizontal one. But his horizontal one looks really, really good. So hopefully I'll get that off Colin and show you that one now. I'll pop it up in this top corner. And now I'm just sitting here waiting for the same thing. The light's come out, the clouds have gone, and it's gone blue. So there's too much light down here for it to work. So as soon as that goes in, I'm going to take this image, and then we're all going to move further up and go and have a look at the top, and then we're going to climb down these rocks and go down the bottom of this waterfall and shoot up it. So yeah, it's been a good day, and I think they're enjoying themselves. They're just he's having a chat with his wife, and Denise has been on the phone. So yeah, I am only vlogging in between respites, and that's all you're going to get to see unfortunately today. You're not going to follow my whole story. But yeah, that's what I'm waiting for, and we'll probably see you in a little while. Back at the van, as you can see, Denise and Susan. Susan, she's going to be Sarah. They're still on their way back down. We just had a walk back down to the cars now. We're going to pack up for here. I think we've done Lumsdalefalls. There's still 101 compositions you can get, different light, different conditions. This would look really nice in the winter with little frosticles everywhere and a little bit of snow and stuff like that. I think that would look really quite nice down here, so I'm going to bear that one in mind, because it's not a bad journey over here from where we are. But definitely a spot to be coming back to, and probably a spot to do an LVA meetup. I think a few people could enjoy this, so yeah, we'll mark that one down as later on. This evening, what are we doing? We're going to go and find a cafe or something now. We're going to sit down and have a bit of a chops, a decent drink, and maybe some cake, as you do. And then we're going to head to a place, I think, don't quote me, but I think it's called Boyle Quarry, B-O-L-E I think it is, or Boyle Hill, which is a quarry, which is also known as, no, I'm not even going to try, lens something or whatever it is. So yeah, I'll put the name up and let you know where we are. I'll probably do a little bit of vlogging, because this is probably turning out as quite a short one for me. I'll do a little bit this evening if we get any decent light, just to let you know what we're up to and really keep you in the know, to be honest. But other than that, we will see you shortly, and yeah, ciao, see you in a bit. We've arrived, and as you can see, the light's in my face, so you can't see anything. Yeah, it's getting a little bit later in the evening now, and the sun's going down. Well, it's not going down, but it's definitely lower in the sky. And I'm not going to get through this gate, am I? Let me see if I can, in a fashion. I'm going to pull the gate behind me. I've had to back in. I've had to back in and back out. They're not designed for photography bags and tripods, are they? I've got a mint in my mouth as well. Yeah, where are we? We have parked in the main Surprise View car park. Somewhere I haven't really been a lot. I did a vlog here, or I actually did a video last year. Me and Denise came up. We parked a little bit further up the road, about 3/4 of a mile. And we went for a walk up on some tours. And what I will try and do is, once I put this out, I'm going to actually make an effort to process that video from last year and put it out, trying to follow this. So yeah, stick with it for the next one, because I thought it was quite a good little video, but I just not had time to put it out, so I will try and get it out for you. I mentioned that we're coming to this area, and I put out where's a good place for a sunset, and I had a couple of people say, come up, you know, parking at Surprise View car park. There's a place called Boyle Hill, which I mentioned earlier, and again, never been here before, but I think it's a bit of a quarry. Some trees, and just somewhere a bit different. I've googled it. It looks quite interesting. There's a lot of the sandstone wheels, or the mill wheels, whatever they are. So that's what we're doing. That's where we are. I've already spotted this. Well, that for a tree. Yeah. How fantastic is that? I expect it would have been nice with the heather out. But this is one of these areas where I think that a lot of people that shoot in the peaks, they frequent this area. You've got Padley Gorge running down the middle there. You've got Mother Cap behind, you've got Higatur just up over the back there. So this area is quite a popular touristy area. So we're going to head down to this quarry, if we can find it, and see if we can find some images. And if not, then it's a good walk anyway. I've got a feeling. Pit stop before we went down in the bottom. Look at the way it changes as soon as the light goes in.
Yeah.
Quick pit stop. We've come to the top of the quarry, as you can see there, all the rock faces. There's some climbers down below us, but what's caught our eye and stopped us instantly is down there in the woods is the side lighting coming through the trees, and they're all spindly little birch trees. They look awesome, so I bunged the longer lens on. Colin spotted it at the same time, which is quite good, so it means his eyes are singing on the same sort of thing as what we are, and it makes a perfect little image. Lovely little stripy shadows and all the little lines of the trees. It really does work well. I've taken one slightly wider and one a bit closer in, f8 on both the images, and just let it do what it's doing. It's just a cracking little shot, quite arty, but nice and simple. That's what we've done at the top, so we're going to do it in the bottom. I'm sure we can find something down there, and I'm going to get shouted at if I get too close to the edge. There are people climbing down there, so I'm not going to stick my head over the top. It's alright, let's go down the bottom. scratching my head. We stopped again. No more of just climbing down the cliff, and I don't know what Mrs. C is up to over there. She's doing one of them secrets. I'm not going to tell anybody my composition. Oi, you're supposed to be teaching, wife. Yeah, we stopped here instantly. We've come down here. The trees are amazing. I think our famous Mr. Thomas Heaton has shot here. Looks really familiar, and I'm sure he has. So yeah, I found this location, which is quite nice. Never been here before, but I will definitely be coming back, and I'm longing for a day when it's misty, because I'm going to take a drive over here. It's an hour and a half away, maybe 2 hours from home. Fantastic looking place, really, really cool. Here comes the light again, coming in. We're just waiting for the light. The sun's coming out between the trees, and I'm going to hit my shutter button as well, because I've got another composite. Oh, it's gone off. Got 2-second timer back on. It's the only problem with Fuji's, as soon as the light comes off, I'm going to take a shot now, but I don't think the light's quite there yet, because it's moving all the time. The sun's dropping down, the sun's here, so it's casting this brilliant side light straight away through the trees. And as we came down, you won't be able to see it on camera too well, but there's a little stump just down there somewhere in the woods down there. And I said, well, that stump just stands out in amongst all these long straight lines. There's one stump, and when you put the camera out, there's actually a line that leads right through. There's a little valley that leads you right through. So the idea was to move around and to get some separation on it, and it looks really good, and definitely something to eat in my ear, and I don't know what it is. So yeah, that's another shot done. We've both bagged that one. Could do with the light just getting a bit stronger again, and then we're going to move on. Camera's set up. Colin and Denise are over there. Now, I've laid down a bit of a challenge for the two of them, even though they're cheating because they're both together. But don't tell them I said that. I spotted this tree. Can you see that tree? Look at that. All these beautiful straight lines everywhere. Now, I've got a cow in my shop. All these beautiful straight lines everywhere. And there's one particular tree, which you can probably see better on the back of the camera, just there. It's just bent and twisted. It just stands out among all the rest here. Had to be shot. The challenge was how to shoot it. In my eyes, the only way to get that and to make that look right is to separate it from all the rest. Now, I've tried in about 4 or 5 different positions here. I set it up, I think it looks right, take the image, and then I notice it's just touching a tree. So I've moved the camera over an inch, took it again, looks right, and everything seems right, and then I look at it and think, hang on a minute, it's just touching the one in the distance. So I've taken another one, and now I've ended up here. I've taken 2. I've gone in tight, which is the 140mm on this, which I suppose is equivalent for about 200, is it? Zoomed in right tight, and I've gone to f4, and I've also done one at f5.6, just so I can separate the foreground on that one particular tree than all the background. The background should be nice and fuzzy and a little bit out of focus, and it really did look beautiful just now with the side light coming across. Golden, warm, soft, summer type of light, really. It did look really, really nice. And I've taken one slightly wider, including the couple of trees next to it on the right hand side, just so it's not just one tree. I'm not sure what I prefer between the two, so I'm going to show you the both. Let me know which you prefer, the single one on its own, or the one with the other trees next to it, and the one twisty tree on the thirds. I don't know what they're shooting. I'm going to keep it as a bit of a surprise for me. I'm not going to have a look, and I will get both the images off, and obviously I'll see it when I put them in this video, but at the moment I'm not going to have a look, so I'm not encouraged to see what they're seeing until they've shown me it finished. And then I'll bob all of them up together, and yeah, leave us some comments. Let us know how you did, how you think Colin did, and how you think Denise did, Mrs. C. And yeah, A, B and C, or even me, A, B, C and D, and I'll put 2 of mine up. But this is a fantastic place, really is. We've got another photographer down here with us as well. He was up on the top just now, and he's come down, he's shooting as well. He lives a lot closer than we do. But I am definitely coming back. looks like we've missed the sunset as such. It's not actually set yet. If you're looking over my shoulder, you can't see it on this lens, can you, on this camera, but we're walking our way back up now towards the tour and back towards the car. The temperature's dropped, but there's not enough in the sky, definitely not enough behind us for the clouds to light up. We've just both been down there, we've all been down. Denise hasn't taken many shots. Colin's with me there, you can see him following behind. Pretty sure he's had not a bad day.
Yeah, brilliant day.
Not a bad day. Hopefully he goes home learning something.
Yes, definitely.
Or taking at least one thing home.
Yes.
Compositions is quite a difficult thing to learn. It's almost like common sense. I can show you how to do a job, like where I work, but having the common sense to do it at your ability is another thing. Not everyone's got common sense. You're either born with it, you can't teach it. Composition's a little bit like that. You have to train your eye to see things slightly differently. But I think Colin's managed to see a little bit of inside my head today, just to see how I see things and which is, yeah.
But there's a lot of blank space there.
I was going to say, it takes a lot of blank space. He's a cheeky one, isn't he? He's only known me a day. But yeah, he's right, there is a lot of blank space there. But yeah, it's been a good day, it's been a good day. So let's hope we can just get one more little shot, just to finish the evening off, with maybe a few stones in it and a bit of colour in the sky, but it's not looking hopeful. Hopefully you've seen a little competition shot, our little twisty tree. I still think I've got the winner, but Colin and Denise have ganged up on me, and I've got a feeling he might have got a good one. So I won't know for the next, well, for a couple of days or so anyway, until he gets home and processes it. So we'll have to wait and see, and you'll have to wait until I processes this. But you've already seen it, so you don't have to wait at all, which is strange, isn't it? Because I'm talking to you in the future from the past in the future. But anyway, enough of that. Right, I'll talk to you again to check out if nothing else. So yeah, see you shortly. Every photographer's dream, a lone tree. A tree standing proud, all on its little lonesome, with some nice evening colour glow behind it, and yeah, there's even a little bit of light, which the camera in normally shooting mode is a silhouette, and I really do like the silhouette. Don't ask me why, but I do. I think it's really nice. Bang on the thirds, brilliant little shot. But I bracketed it, and on the final one, which is an overexposed shot, there's a bit of light in the foreground. So it's actually casting a bit of light, as you can see there, a little bit of green just in front of it. So I think with a little bit of playing and manipulation in Photoshop or Lightroom, we'll actually bring that out. And I think that'll actually be quite a nice, classically simple image. Colin's also shooting. Like I say, everything I've done today, we've done together. I've done with him, I've worked with him, he stood beside me, we've worked every composition together, apart from the tree, which Denise took him away. Because I know someone on here is watching and saying, well, if you're doing a workshop, how come you're taking photographs? Yeah. Colin actually said to me, where's your camera this morning? Why haven't you got your camera out, didn't you? Yeah. So yeah, and I think that's part and parcel of doing this. He can see, you know, everyone can tell you, everyone can show you on paper, everyone can write things down, but actually seeing you work is how I would work and how I would learn. By physically seeing someone do something really makes that difference, and sticks, I think, a bit better. So yeah, beautiful little simple tree. Not sure if we're going to get over to the rocks, but we're here, we'll go and have a look anyway. Big word, obligatory selfie done. Is that right? Yeah. Yes! That was good, wasn't it? I don't know why that comes to my head, but never mind. Anyway, changing the subject. We're going to check out, the light's gone, as you see now, the sky's dropping quite a lot. There's a little bit of light left in the sky. We're actually stopping overnight in the van, so we're going to head up a little bit. I think it's round to Higa Tour. I'm going to try and do an astro shot. If I do get an astro shot out of this tonight, I will put it on right at the end of this video when I check out. But yeah, from all of us now, Colin,
bye.
Susan, not Sarah, Susan, and the lady Mrs. C. Move the cap out of the way. We're all going to say goodbye. And yeah, thanks for watching. If this has been any benefit to anybody, or you know anyone that might benefit from a bit of a workshop, give us a shout. Tailor-made, I'll do whatever you fancy doing. That includes climbing up rocks, getting wet in rivers, and anything else. But if you've got something you fancy learning from a numpty like me, or even Denise, give us a shout. We'll have a go. And yeah, till next time, thanks for watching. Don't forget, like and share. Ciao for now. Bye.